Deep in the heart of the African jungle, where the trees stretched high into the sky and the air was thick with the songs of birds and the rustle of leaves, lived a boy named Jomo. From a young age, Jomo had been captivated by the secrets of the world around him. While other children played games and passed the days with laughter, Jomo wandered the jungle, watching the animals, listening to the wind, and learning from the land. Jomo's tribe, the Basi, lived on the edge of the jungle, and they depended on the forest for food, shelter, and medicine. But for all their wisdom passed down through generations, there were still challenges. The rains were unpredictable, and the animals sometimes acted in strange ways that puzzled the elders. That's where Jomo's curiosity came into play. He was determined to unlock the mysteries of the jungle and find ways to help his people live better lives. One day, while walking along the riverbank, Jomo noticed something unusual. The birds that usually soared high in the sky were now perched in the trees, chattering in a way he had never heard before. He sat quietly, watching them. After hours of observing, he realized that the birds were not just chirping for fun. They were warning each other of an approaching storm. The animals were communicating with each other in ways he had never understood before. Excited by his discovery, Jomo hurried back to the village and shared what he had learned. The elders were skeptical, but Jomo convinced them to listen. The next time the birds showed signs of distress, they would heed the warning and prepare for the storm. Days later, when dark clouds gathered in the sky and the birds became restless, the Basi were ready. They built stronger shelters, secured their crops, and took cover in time. The storm came, fierce and wild, but their preparations had kept them safe. As the seasons passed, Jomo continued to observe the animals and the land, learning new things every day. He noticed how the elephants created pathways through the jungle, how the ants worked together to build intricate tunnels, and how the baobab trees stood firm. Jomo began to experiment with the knowledge he had gained. He worked with the elders to develop new farming techniques, using the patterns of the river's flow to create irrigation systems. He discovered how to plant crops that would thrive in the changing weather. He taught his people how to track the movements of animals to predict where to find food. Soon, word spread of Jomo's wisdom, and other tribes came to seek his advice. He became a symbol of knowledge and innovation, inspiring generations to think not just about survival. Jomo's legacy lived on long after he had passed, for the Basi and all the tribes that came after them carried with them the knowledge that curiosity, the willingness to learn from nature and adapt, was the key to survival. And in the jungle, where the whispers of the wind still speak, Jomo's name is spoken with reverence, for he was the boy who listened, the boy who observed, and the boy who transformed the world with the power of his curiosity.